Let's get this one thing straight. Nobody's coming. No hero, no mentor, no miracle. Not your parents, not your friends, not your boss, not your government, not God in the way you expect him to show up and hand you success. The truth, your future is 100% on you. And it's time you own that, because your life will not wait for you to get it together. You've been lied to. By culture, by entertainment, by people who meant well, sure, but still lied. You've been conditioned to believe that someone's going to notice you, rescue you, pick you. That success comes to those who wait, but that day never comes. Nobody's gonna knock on your door and say, "Hey, I see something in you. Let me fund your dreams. Let me take a chance on you." No one is gonna hand you discipline. No one is gonna hand you consistency. And no one will fight for your dream harder than you. And if you won't, then your dream's gonna die. Nobody owes you support. Nobody owes you encouragement. Nobody owes you understanding. The world doesn't owe you compassion because your life has been hard. It's not fair, no, but fair isn't the point. What's real is this: if you don't show up, no one else can live your life for you. So stop waiting for perfect conditions. Stop waiting for the pain to go away. Stop waiting for someone to tell you, now's the time. Now has always been the time. Let's talk about what happens when you don't act. Let's talk about the cost of waiting. What happens when you wait? Every day you procrastinate, you're building someone else's dream. You're watching them chase it while you scroll, complain, and make excuses. And then years go by and regrets set in. And here's the most brutal truth. The pain of effort is nothing compared to the pain of regret. You're not tired, you're uncommitted, you're not busy, you're just distracted. And the longer you tell yourself these lies, the further you fall behind the person you could have been. There's no savior, only strategy. So what do you do now that you know no one's coming? You become the person you were waiting for. You stop begging for motivation and start building discipline. You stop crying for help and start crafting a strategy. You wake up early, you train, you read, you write, you create, you build, you learn. You move in silence, you act without applause, because you don't need recognition anymore. You need results. And here's a wild idea. What if you became so consistent that you didn't recognize yourself a year from now? You don't need saving. You need a plan. You need execution. You need to fight for your future like it's life or death, because it is. Your path doesn't own you. But I failed so many times. Good. Failure is your raw material. Every scar, every mistake, every painful lesson, that's your training. You don't get strong without resistance. You don't get wise without wounds. You don't rise without falling. So what if you grew up poor? So what if no one believed in you? So what if you dropped out, got rejected, got broken? You're still breathing. You still have time. Your past is not your identity. It's just where you started. Don't romanticize your trauma. Don't wear your pain like a badge. Heal and then move. Grow and then go. Personal responsibility is power. When you say it's all on me, you don't become a victim. You become unstoppable. Responsibility is not a burden. It's power. Because the moment you stop blaming, you start building. It's your life. It's your mind. It's your time. It's your energy. No one else gets to control those. You can make decisions that change your trajectory. You can build new habits. You can become a person your younger self could only dream of. Every day is a vote. Every day you make today, every choice you make today is a vote. A vote for the kind of person you're becoming. You sleep in, you vote for comfort. You wake up early, you vote for growth. You scroll for hours, you vote for distraction. You study, train, create, you vote for legacy. Life doesn't change in a week. It changes in 1,000 tiny votes you cast daily. You don't need massive change. You need small votes for the right things, cast over and over and over. Become your own rescue. Here's the message you came for. You are the hero. You are the cavalry. You are the rescue mission. But no one is coming to pull you out of that dark place. But you can walk yourself out. You can take the first step, and then another, and then another. You don't need to feel like it. You just need to decide. Legacy is built in silence. Nobody sees the late nights. Nobody sees the early mornings. Nobody claps for your discipline. But that's where legacy is made. Not in the spotlight, but in the shadows, in the reps, in the habits, in the grind. You're building something sacred, not for Instagram, not for validation, but because it's who you are now. A builder, a warrior, a finisher. Leave nothing behind. Don't leave this life full of regrets. Don't die with your potential still inside you. Empty yourself. Give it all away. Leave nothing behind. When they ask about you, let them say, no one handed them anything. They became everything by choice. You're not waiting anymore. You're building. You're becoming. You're moving. Because nobody's coming to save you. And that is your greatest freedom. That is your greatest truth. It's within that you find out who you truly are as a person, because it all comes down to that. But let me say something else. Motivation is not reliable. Motivation is like that one friend who only shows up when things are fun. But discipline is that quiet, dependable ally. It shows up rain or shine, tired or rested, in a good mood or not. Discipline is what builds your legacy. You think the greats feel motivated every morning? Heck, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Serena Williams, Elon Musk, they didn't rely on a feeling. They built habits. They showed up when no one was clapping. They trained when no one was watching. And that's the difference. You can wait around for inspiration, or you can build a system that works even when you don't feel like working. Winners train their focus. Losers train their excuses. Cut the noise, cut the excuses. If you're not where you want to be, let's call it out. It's not because of bad luck. It's not because the world is against you. It's not even because of your background, your parents, or your zip code. It's because you're either not committed or not consistent. And yes, that hurts. Well, it's supposed to. Because that pain, that's the spark. That's the alarm clock for your potential. Cut the distractions. Stop scrolling mindlessly. Stop checking your profile. Stop waiting for someone to tell you you're good enough. You already are. But good enough for what? For sitting still, or for building a future you're proud of? You can either design your life or be a passenger. There's no coasting. There's no neutral. If you're not moving forward, you're falling behind. The world doesn't wait. It rewards those who move. Write your goals down, visualize them, then reverse engineer the steps. You want to own a business? Start small. Learn how to market, how to sell, how to serve. You want to get fit? Don't wait for Monday. Don't wait for a new gym membership. Drop and do 50 push-ups right now. Drink some water. Go for a run. The perfect time is a myth. You've got now. You don't need some big sentimental statement saying, I'll start June 1st, I'll start December 1st, I'll start New Year's Day. Forget that. Screw it. Start now. Why not just start now? It doesn't have to be the biggest, craziest ceremony. Just start now. Because guess what? The second you start, you're already ahead of 99% of your competition, because that's the competition we deal with in today's life. 99% of your competition is too scared to even start. So you're already ahead of them. Good luck.